Hey pilots, this is Jimmy here from RC Aviation and Crawling. He says my dad, Mark, got some new toy at the hobby shop today, and he wanted to make a video to show you all about it. So, alright then, here he comes. Alright folks, alright, yes, unboxing video. Unboxing video. A long story short, I've had my my E-flite Mall M7, an airplane I've owned before and basically wore out, and quit flying planes for a couple years, stupidly, and just got back into it again a few months back. And one of the planes I had to have was my most favorite RC bush plane I ever had in my life, which was the E-flite Mall M7. So I got that last month, last payday, and I had to wait another month to be able to afford to get ready to fly it. So I've been running around in the car and driving around and sitting around, you know, with my Mall M7, waiting to fly it and just about dying, looking at that beautiful mall and not being able to fly it. But now I got my radio. So long story short, the NX6 is the cheapest computer radio you can buy, and I don't have a lot of income, so I got to go economy a lot of times. So I ordered the NX6 radio, as I've had before, for the mall and other models in the future. I ordered that from Hobbytown, and it said it was available in store, and you know, they've told me in the past that even though it shows available in store, it might not be, you know. But so far, I've had it always be available when it says it is. So far. Jimmy, are you going to step on the brand new manual for the NX6? That really wouldn't be appropriate. Hold on, buddy. I'll get this video done really quick, okay? Okay, and I'll give you a treat. How would that be? That would be good. Okay, buddy boys. All right, so yeah, so I was gonna get that radio. I ordered it. Said it was in stock, although you know I knew that's not for sure. And I did not get a confirmation that the order was ready for pickup like I normally do. But I thought, well, I'll go up there and get it because again, I've had a good success rate. Well, when I got to Hobbytown in Everett, by the way, Everett, Washington, which is a little bit north of Seattle, Everett, Washington, I shop at that Hobbytown. And if they don't have what I need, I go a little bit east of Seattle to Redmond, Washington, and get my stuff there for store pickup. So anyway, so when I got to the store this morning to pick up my NX6 that I never got confirmation on it was because they did not actually have it in stock, contrary to what the website said. So I could have driven, you know, to the other store in Redmond and, you know, spent a bunch of time, another hour and a bunch of gas, going over there to get the NX6 if they had it, or I could do what I was already thinking about doing, which is see if I want to upgrade one notch on my transmitter. You know, the NX6 that I've used in the past, I believe the E stands for economy, but it's always been a great transmitter for me. But I did have a couple switches wear out seemingly kind of early, and seems like there's something else, little thing, but yeah, you know, you can tell it's an economy radio. I think it's a great radio, but I think it's not all that durable, maybe. So anyway, so I said to myself, well, since I don't have a NX6 available here to me in the Everett Hobbytown where I'm now standing, since I don't really want to spend the time and the gas to drive to the other store, if they even have it, and since I already was wanting to and contemplating upgrading, let's see what they do have in stock to upgrade to, see what my options are, and then make a decision. So, the NX6 Jimmy, could you stop licking the seat? Thank you. The NX6 was a $250 plus tax, and they did not have that. So the next cheapest option on that was the NX8, still an economy radio with 2 more channels, but I don't have any use for 2 more channels, and I don't think I ever will. It was $330, so $250 for the NX6, $250, $280 for the NX8. Okay, and I would have to pay $80 more. Is that right? $250 and $280. No, that's not right. It was $250. Yeah, that is right. It was $250 for that. It was $80 more. But I think I forgot how to do math. But it was $80 more for the NX8. Can I start over one more time? It was $80 more for the NX8 than it was for the NX6, and it was $100 more for the NX6, which I ended up getting. So I could spend $80 more than the DX6E and get the DX8E with 2 more channels. Or I could spend $100 more and get only 6 channels, and it would be the NX version, which I assumed must have some advantages to, just by the higher cost. So I asked the guy, and he's at Hobbytown. He was a surface guy. He didn't really fly airplanes or copters or anything, but he said basically the NX line, as opposed to the DX, 6 or 8E line, it's just a better quality radio overall. He said the NX radios are just a better quality overall is the main thing. It'll last longer. It's got some extra features, but mostly it's just a higher quality radio overall. It's not an economy radio. I said okay. So I said fine. So I said, well, the NX, let's see, the DX8E would be $20 cheaper than what I got here. This would be $20 more than the DX8E, but I don't need 8 channels. I do need 6 channels only, and I do want a higher quality radio if I can. So I got this at $350. Yeah. So $100 more than the other one, the DX8, the DX6E. Okay, so $350 plus tax. That brings it to $385 approximately. So I got that. Okay, so I said to myself, well, I saved the trip and the gas to Redmond. I have upgraded the radio. I'm not paying for an upgrade to 2 more channels, which I don't need, but I am paying for some kind of an upgrade overall. So fine. So I bought the transmitter and some batteries to make sure I had those, with me. And so I'm headed back for Seattle, south for Seattle, about a 30-minute drive from Everett back to Seattle. So at every stoplight, of course, I'm looking at the box. I'm looking at the box. Being a true RC addict, and it's an addiction that's actually pretty good for you, except for financially. So I'm enjoying the box. Oh, looks cool. Looks like it's got a color display on there. So I got a color display on there. Sorry, I just got an alert on my phone. What you're going to hear, I apologize. Anyway, it looks like it got a color display on there. Other than that, looks like the other radios, but it's got more switches, maybe. I think it's got a couple more switches. So I said, okay, so I'm enjoying that. At every stoplight, once I get off the freeway, at every stoplight in Seattle, I'm looking at the box. So I look at the front. Front looks great. Not so much to say on the side. And yeah, so but when you get to the back, then we start seeing some interesting stuff. So the first thing that we see here is this photo, which says, smart technology ready, item shown not included. And the item shown is the battery, not included. And to the left is a smart technology ESC, which is not included. All right. Then here it is showing you easy programming. All right. Here it's showing you ergonomic design. Fine. This is kind of interesting. Here it shows you that there are you can adjust the type of display that you have. A more of a simple display, like on the right, one color, or multiple colors, like on the left. And on the picture of the front, it shows yet a third type of a display that you can have. Hold on, Jimmy. Hold on. Okay, so that's fine. But here's where I got to the nitty-gritty of why I paid an extra $100. All right, so this description here of this radio system, they're saying NX6 DSMX radio system transmitter with AR6610 telemetry receiver. Now this box does not include that receiver. It's telling you that these are the full specifications of the radio's full capabilities when you're using the telemetry receiver. So I believe I can use it with the standard receiver. I'm pretty confident that I can use it in the standard receiver in the mall for now, and then upgrade to the other receiver and ESC, which I will do, but not now, maybe next month. Okay, so here's the good stuff, though. It really tells me what the radio does. So it says compatible with smart technology out of the box, like we just described, or I just described. High-resolution backlit 3.2-inch color display screen, so that's cool. Now, here's something interesting. Wi-Fi connectivity for Wi-Fi connectivity for instant firmware updates. I like that. Now, this is super good, which I didn't realize is part of my extra $100 I'm paying. 3.7 volt, 2000 milliamp hour, 1S Li-ion transmitter battery included. What? Yeah. 3.7 volt, 2000 milliamp hour, 1S Li-ion transmitter battery is included. And here's another big one. USB port for battery recharging and more. It means when I'm driving around, I can be recharging my transmitter. Holy cow, I love it. So there you go. So now I know what's the extra stuff that you get in the box. And I did already unbox that's why everything's out of the box. The reason that's the case is because I got halfway through my first attempt at this video and my phone stopped recording because I had too much stuff in my memory, so I had to start over. So here we go. So we got the box, we got the manual, which appears to be very, very nice. We'll just flip through it real quick. All right. Goes basically the most important stuff is telling you the box contents there. Nice. It's telling you the specifications here. If you want to freeze the video, you can read that there. Okay. And then everything wants to fall down. Everything wants to fall down. Table of contents on the left tells you about charging the lithium-ion battery pack in the transmitter. God, I love that. How to connect the USB to a PC. Using the Wi-Fi for updating firmware. Now, I'm 66 and I'm a hippie from the 60s, so I don't even know what firmware is, but I know that I can update it. All right, and here we got real nice exploded diagrams of all the transmitter functions. Yep, just a quick flip through here, folks. One-handed. It talks about main screen. You know, what functions that you see on the main screen. Navigation tells you how to use the scroll wheel. Auto switch select. Things I don't know about yet. You can use an external memory card. Yep, or an internal memory card. Well, that's all very interesting. And it tells you about the functions of the memory card. Then this tells you about the optional telemetry receiver that you want to get in order to fully take advantage of the capabilities of this radio, which I will do right there, but it tells you all about it. All right, receiver system power requirements, model type programming guide. Oh, no, I've never seen this. Well, yes, I've seen it before. I must have. But anyway, there's the programming guide that really helps you understand the, the step-by-step. Focus, please. No focusing is gonna happen. Okay. Anyway, it shows you how to do the programming. All right, and system setup. Yeah. So then it goes now. That was a chart that I just showed you about the setup. Now it goes page by page how to do it. So that's cool. So we won't go into that. All this is system setup. Tons of system setup, function lists. So that's all about the details of setting up the radio for your airplane. Okay, so that's cool. So now let's get to the good part. And by the way, standing by for use pretty soon, I've got my manual for the mall, and I've got my computerized transmitter setup here. Instructions for the mall specifically. And you can see how DXE at the top is what I was using, but now I have an NX6. So let's see if I can find that on here. The NX6, there it is, center screen. There's the instruction for the NX6. That's the table right there. That'll tell me how to set things for the mall onto the NX6. I love it. Horizon has fantastic manuals, as we all know. They even have oh, come on, a little cooperation here. All right, they even have cool cover art. They even have cool cover art, in my opinion, right? They're pretty nice. I like it. It's cool. All right, so now let's get to the nitty-gritty, the really cool stuff. We'll put the airplane manual over there. Put the NX6 manual over here. All right. There's Jimmy. I heard Jimmy. I'm almost done, buddy. Okay, the box, we'll move over here, and then we'll just take a quick peek at this, because I have a feeling it's going to be pretty. All right, so gonna lean it like that. All right, this is my first look at an NX6, or any NX radio for that matter. My first look. So here we go. All right, put this over here. Okay, so something fell down immediately. And so anyway, also a side note, I bought these batteries at Hobbytown to run this transmitter off of, and I was so pleasantly surprised when I read on the box that I can use an internal battery. That's awesome. I don't know. I would imagine the internal battery is all you can use. I don't think you can use batteries instead if you want. I don't care if you can or can't. I just like it that I can just recharge the transmitter like I do my batteries, including when I'm driving in the car. and I don't have to buy batteries anymore. I think that's great. So anyway, so these I can just go throw those away. Well, I won't throw them away. I'll use them for something else. All right, here we go. So something fell out. That's a USB cable. Yes, that's a USB cable to connect for charging. Yeah, USB charging cable for the radio. Yes. Let's look at the other end on there. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. See that little end? This way. There you go. See that? Oh yeah. USB charging cable right there. And there's a tool in there, an Allen wrench down there for something. All right. Oh, it's got a real handle on it, not just a notch. Yeah, my NX6 radio just has, you know, a notch, you know, to put your fingers in, but that's got a nice little handle on there. All right, let's pull it out of there. Pull this off. All right. Oh, it's even got some fancy cosmetic stuff going on here. All right. So let's put this like this. Oh, it looks pretty. Oh, it looks pretty already. All right, so here now, put this like this. Get some light on it, maybe. Okay. There she is. You know, first of all, this radio feels a lot more, it's a lot heavier, quite frankly, and more substantial feeling than of course, my, well, not necessarily, of course, but a lot more heavy and substantial feeling than my Carbon Cub RTF DXS radio. And it's also a lot heavier and more substantial feeling than my previous DX6E. All right. Wow. All right, let's come in. Let's get a closer kind of video going on here. Okay, so there it is. And the USB cable. Put that back in the box. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We got, now is this antenna adjustable or what? Oh, be a son of a gun. Look at that. Like I said, folks, I'm used to a budget radio, so this kind of thing is probably, you know, y'all are probably well, you know, used to having the things that are going to be on this radio. But me, I'm like a kid on Christmas who, you know, upgraded from a unicycle to a two-wheeled bicycle or something. This is cool. Look at that. Well, that's awesome. So you can adjust this for maximum exposure to your aircraft depending on how you're holding your radio, I'm assuming is what that's for. I think that's way cool. Yeah? I like it. Okay, so we got that going on. Okay, we got a button here. What does that say? Okay, that's your bind button. Focusing, please, camera. What a sack of you know what. Anyway, that's the bind button. That's going to be our a mode switch, I believe. Now there's an A and a B for one switch, dead center screen. So I'm thinking that means you can maybe program this one switch to do a couple different things. Guessing. That's a nice bind switch. Ain't that nice? Ain't that? Isn't that nice? It would be if you could see it. Oh my gosh! Please, 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 folks, let's stop moving the radio. That might help us. All right then, it's got a nice blind switch there. You have to take my word for it. This camera is terrible. Black view. I hate this phone. Hate it. Okay, and this switch. So let's just make this easy on everybody. You got your bind button, and it's kind of nice looking, you know, but who cares? Then you got your looks like dual mode single switch here, which would normally be your flaps and gear. Up here you got this switch here, which I don't even know what that's for yet. We already mentioned the awesome handle and the awesome moving antenna, adjustable antenna. Okay, so there's our left stick, and it's nice. It's got metal on there. Look at that. Please focus, phone, please. God, what a piece of garbage. Lens cleaning. Okay, it's just a sack of garbage phone. All right, anyway, so it's got metal sticks on there, right? Metal. Gosh. Anyway, nice metal covers on the sticks. Okay, we got a couple switches here that I've never had before. Okay, extra big display, it looks like, right here. Strap attachment dealio. I don't know what all this is about. We got buttons here. We got a bunch of different, we got some function buttons there. Focus, wow, it's focusing, wow. We got our wheel over here, our roller wheel or whatever it's called right there. What does this say? This says, for the best experience, please set up an account at spectrumrc.com and then utilize the Wi-Fi functionality on your NX transmitter to register an update to the latest firmware. So they're telling you you should do that. I'll do that eventually, but not right now. This is a sticker which I'll remove. Okay, and then of course these are your. It's funny. I just said there's two switches here. I don't know what they are. They're obviously the trim switches. Yeah, trim switches. All right, so trim switches. Got some focus. Yep, so you got your usual stuff on here, except for this is, different. And a color display, and some extra switches, handle, adjustable antenna angle. Now, there's, not sure what you plug into there. Center screen, which is out of focus like everything else. But I'll find out what you plug in there. And then here, I imagine if we open up this, we're going to see our Li-ion. Wow, I pronounced it right. Battery in there. There it is. There's our Li-ion battery in there. That's nice. How they got that in there? Okay then. Way cool. Oh, I like it. I'm gonna go get Jimmy a special lunch right now because every payday, Jimmy gets a super extra special delicious, special doggy-licious payday lunch. So we're gonna go do that in a second, Jimmy. We're almost finished. Okay, so there she is, folks. So we'll just set her like that. And put this over here. Okay, so like I said, I may do a video showing how to program this. Maybe. If it's a, if it's a really technically poor quality video like this one, and if it's going to be something that's not going to be very interesting or whatever, if it's going to be too tedious or whatever, then I won't do it or I won't post it. But I did want to show the radio and how I accidentally ended up getting this radio, which I'm glad of. All right, there you go. Sorry about the really poor quality on this, folks. My camera, sometimes it just won't focus. Then I'm holding the camera with one hand and trying to flip the pages and whatnot. So I'm really sorry, but I hope the information is helpful. If you're somebody like me, thinking about upgrading to, the next step up in radios, this will give you some information about this one, the NX6. And I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to have this radio. All right, thanks for watching. See ya. I'm going to be doing the maiden tomorrow. We got a bunch of wind today. I don't like to do maidens. I don't do maidens in winds. Just a little extra safety margin and a comfort zone enhancement for me as a pilot. I like the winds to be about 3 miles an hour or so, somewhere in there. Right now they're around 8 or so. So tomorrow's going to be ideal conditions. So ideal wind speed, ideal wind direction, and that gives me lots of time to go ahead and bind up go ahead and program the all into the radio, which I said I might do a video on that. I'll make one and I'll post it if it turns out okay. So that gives me lots of time, unrushed, unhurried, relaxed, to go ahead and program them all into the radio and learn a little bit about the basic functions of the radio. That's another thing. And then I can bind up the plane and check that after my servos center when the plane's powered up. I can see if any of the control surfaces need mechanical centering. I'll do that. I can test my control surfaces, functions, throttles, flaps. I can really take my time getting to know the radio, getting the radio set up, and getting the plane set up for the maiden. So I'm going to do that, now. Thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all. I really appreciate the RC community. I say this I say this a lot, and I hope you don't get sick of hearing it, but I really love the community, and I really appreciate y'all's views, comments, moral support, technical support, and all the great content that I get to watch. Okay, Jimmy, lunchtime for you. Lunchtime for Jimmy. All right, DX6. Mall M7. Maiden coming soon.